Home foreclosures are devastating neighborhoods across the country, and in Brooklyn, the rate of foreclosures has doubled in the last year. It's often the result of predatory lending schemes that leave homeowners with a mortgage they simply can't afford. In our first story, Nicole Odell explores what's behind the foreclosure crisis.
Recent studies have shown significant disparities in mortgages by race, with New York City showing the fourth largest disparity rate of subprime loans when it comes to African Americans versus whites, with black home buyers being 4 times more likely to whites to get their mortgages last year from a subprime lender.
Listen, they're not building grand theaters like this anymore. The era of the 1920s is long gone, and this was a wonder theater, and we owe it to this and future generations to preserve these glorious theaters.
To do it in Brooklyn for a few reasons. Number one, we both live here and we wanted to really take part fully in our community. Number two, there was no place to get a good scoop around here, so we thought this market void is ridiculous.
I always thought that was like the greatest thing, to go to the ice cream parlor. And so it's kind of neat to have a revamped ice cream parlor in my own neighborhood.
But the city's plan is to put those high rises on several other adjacent sites.
They moved them to other areas.
That doesn't mean a developer is going to want to build them there just because the city says they want them there. In other words, you still have to you have to convince a developer or give the appropriate subsidies to get these buildings where you want them. So how is that a win for the city? This is going to cost us a lot of money, isn't it?
It depends on how much the subsidies are. A doctor estimated there's going to be tens of millions of dollars at the press conference.
That's just in the subsidies. What about the land acquisition costs?
I think that CIT and the city do have something in common in that they're both unrealistically ambitious.
Filling gaps and connecting the dots can be a challenging process in the multi-billion-dollar health industry, specifically as it relates to cancer.
Call me a hippie, but do not call me a victim, because I don't believe that change is possible if you never disrupt and challenge.
My world did change, that's for sure, completely and wholeheartedly, to flipped upside itself. My first reaction was not when am I going to die, but when am I going to get back to life?
I'm State Senator Marty Golden.
I'm Assemblyman Hakeem Jeffries.
Vincent Gentili.
Charles Barron.
Matthew Eugene.
Simcha Felder.
Bill de Blasio.
I'm Assemblymember Janelle Heyer-Spencer, and joining me today in the studio is State Assembly Speaker Sheldon Silver. Welcome, Sheldon.
Thank you. Pleasure to be with you.
But I know I can't stand to feel that chill. Divided up the days into hours, the hours into minutes. How could they really be that small? Divided up the minutes into seconds.
Hello and welcome to Neighborhood Beat. That's your passport to Brooklyn. We got a very special show lined up for you today. We're standing right in the heart of Brooklyn. That's right, I'm talking about Flatbush and East Flatbush.
Yeah. Every day for 45 years, people line up here at Sonny's Heroes to get some of the most irresistible sandwiches in Canarsie.
Ask 5 different realtors where Bushwick begins and ends, and you'll likely get at least 6 different answers.
The acronym DUMBO stands for Down Under the Manhattan Bridge Overpass and is a recent nickname for the community that has been evolving and being rediscovered since the mid-17th century when it was known as Fulton Landing.
On this episode of In the Zone, we'll take a look back at the Brooklyn Cyclones 2007 season. On this episode of In the Zone, we're here at Midwood Field.
Skills and Drills has got the tip for you. Beginner just coming into a pool hall wanting to play the game, he'll find a stick to suit his weight.
Free throw, one-on-one.
I'm Mark Morris, and this is my building, the Mark Morris Dance Center in Fort Greene, Brooklyn. I've had a company, the Mark Morris Dance Group, for a long time, since 1980. In the year 2001, we moved into this building.
You can climb around, look out the eyes. In the real model, this would be 17 feet above the ground, so it's a big thing. But it gives you that perception that it's your body. You look out the eyes and all of a sudden you've got this body that's 35 feet long, you know?
This is VK for Real. Videos made by Brooklyn teens, and we're here downtown Brooklyn at Record Express.
The film that we're showing today is actually Kendra's film, and it's called Busted Dance, and her film is about dancehall.